Yo, peeps, what's the vibes? We're back for another vid. As I said in the previous video, if you haven't seen it, go and check it. But before you do that, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, so as I said, there will be a preview for our game tomorrow against Man United. As you know, we're at home to United tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff. Both teams in different form, not great, look good in spells, but overall both managers look out of their depth, and as they're now calling it, the El Sakiko Derby. And as we know, it's a good name, but I don't think anyone would get sacked, to be honest, if they lose this game. But if there was anyone to be sacked, it would probably be Oli. If we're being real, Nuno's not going to nowhere. So Tottenham fans, put the champagne back in the fridge. Don't even waste the time popping it. But let's get into this review, and as always, I'll be doing my starting 11 at the end. We'll see. I don't know what to put in, but I'll have a think as I do the vid. So last time out, United lost 5-0 to Liverpool, the biggest battering they've had. So they're obviously going to be a little demoralised, but at the same time, they're going to come in with pen. So it's probably going to be us to take it out on. So it's either going to be a shit show for them again, or they're going to give us an absolute pasting. One of them. Now, from what I saw against Newcastle, it was okay, but that's Newcastle. We come up against a good team in West Ham, and nothing. He just looked defeated, and it was just like, come on, seriously, you lot, man up a bit, get stuck in. It's a derby, for fuck's sake. What do you need to motivate you? If that's not going to motivate you, then I don't think anything will. But whatever. We know this manager don't have a screw. Listen, these are, I'm going to be talking some next damage. He don't have a clue what he's doing, and we're just in it for the ride and vibes, pure vibes. That's what I've seen this season. And to be honest with you, even though we have like Son and Kane and a player that can step up, Man United have a lot more. They have Rashford, Fernandes, who seems to score against us. They've got Ronaldo. They've got Pogba suspended, thank God. But even Fred scores against us. He scored against us last time. Mason Greenwood, if I remember correctly, when we played them last season at home, we got absolutely battered 3-1. So, and that goal was nothing but a consolation. They weren't even close. They battered us. Man, Mourinho got it wrong that game, and United punished us. Simple as that. Anything that says anything else, probably didn't watch it or just don't know ball. But for me, this is a must win now. And not only is it a must win, it's also a game where the performance is, it's got to happen now. No more excuses. There ain't no excuses no more. People still saying he's trying to get this team to get up to date with his methods, but it looks like the players don't believe in his methods, so they're just not playing. They look like most of the time they don't know what they're doing. But for me, there's no excuse. The performance is essential. It needs to happen. We're at home. Fans are back in the stadium now. There's no empty stadium now. So if this is the time to put on a show, it's going to be now. We saw us midweek against Burnley, another dross performance, absolute horror show. If Jigglypuff was a football team, it would be Tottenham, because that football can easily put you to sleep. More time I'm scrolling on my phone or watching something in the background trying to stay awake because it's boring, or we're getting battered and you're having more enjoyment watching the other team play and absolutely batter you. Now he's got no excuse. He's got to get the starting 11 right, and if he's going to make subs, he needs to make them earlier. If United score, which they probably will, because our midfield sometimes can just be a little bit soft, and our defence just sometimes just look all over the shop. But he's got to get his fun out. He's got to get it right. Don't want to see none of this when they score or when things ain't going his way like a little baby, because he just looks like a spoilt kid. You're a manager. If something's not right, whether it's 25 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it may be, solve it. If that requires you making a sub, do it. Sometimes you got to take a risk. I remember when Mourinho took off Eric Dyer in the first half against Olympiacos, early doors, to bring on Ericsson. And everyone's thinking, what the fuck is he doing? If this goes wrong, he's going to get an absolute battering. But what happened? He brought him on and it turned the whole game around on its head. And sometimes as a manager, you got to make that, you got to take that leap and you got to make that decision. And he don't have it in him. Don't think he's got it in his locker. But he better find a way to make it happen. Because there's no way we're going 2-0 down, 3-0 down before half time and he's not made a change. Or come out at half time, a goal down, 2 goals down, and there's no change at half time. For that Arsenal game, there could have been a lot of people that could have came off and should have came off but didn't. So this time, if people ain't performing in that team, get them off. Simple as that. No time for no passengers no more. Off. If it don't work, then fine. You took a chance, you tried to do something. But when you sit there and just watch it crumble around you, that's when the fans get annoyed. And that's where we are right now. But again, I'm not the manager, he is. He's got to do it and have the balls to do it. Does he have them? We're going to find out tomorrow. But let's get into the starting 11. Obviously, in between the sticks, we've got Hugo Lloris. On the right, we're going to have Emerson Royal. We're going to have, I'm going for Romero and Dyer in the centre backs and Reguilon on the left. Then I'm going to go with Højbjerg and Skip just ahead of them, because Skip does a job. It's on the Højbjerg. And I'm going to go with Ndombe ahead of them. Then we go with Kane up top, Son on the left, and Lucas, for me, has to start, and he goes in on the right. Simple as that. He goes with that team. There's a fighting chance because you've got Dyer, you've got Marrero, you've got Skip, and you've got Højbjerg. And between them, at least 3 of them, I can say, you know what? Yeah, the other one on the ropes. But Romero, from what I've seen, and Skip and Højbjerg, we really know what he can do. That's a good outlet to stop Ronaldo and Fernandes and Demande, or they're gonna run riot. We're gonna need pace on the outside, hence the Royal and Reguilon. Not that there's much choice, but we're gonna need them to be on job as well with Rashford and Greenwood if he's on there, whatever it may be. But whoever's in defence gonna have to be on job. Midfield is gonna be one in the midfield. Hence why we need Højbjerg and Skip and having Ndombe ahead of them so he can get more forward, more advanced to support Kane. And as you see when he does, he gets goals, sets up goals, gets shots off, whatever it may be. It can cause a problem. And we know what Son and Kane, when he's ready, and more can do. So again, we've got Lloris in between the sticks, Royal on the right, centre backs we've got Romero, Dyer on the left, Reguilon, just ahead of them, Højbjerg and Skip. Just in the head of them, we're going to go with Ndombele, and the front 3 obviously has to be Kane up top, Son, and my guy Lucas Moura, who looks like Nuno on the right. That team there should be more than enough to get the job done, to get some type of result, because it's essential. You don't start falling too far behind the pack. That way it's hard to, you just made a mountain and you can't claw it back. Even though 6 months seems like a long time, international breaks and all that, and teams picking up points or dropping points, getting further behind. So we don't have time for that right now. We've got to fix up, and this is the game for me where they're going to prove if they're serious about this or not, and where the players are at. And what I've seen from the players so far, they don't believe in this guy's philosophy, and they're not the only ones. So it is what it is. But we move, big yourselves up, everyone inside. Enjoy your weekend, and just be responsible if you do. COVID's still about, and if you're gonna go out and drink and party, drink responsibly. Until the next vid, I'm out of here, and as always, and it's gonna be this all season, new note out. Peace.